I'm Matt Mahler with MovieWeb. It's a pleasure to speak with both of you.
Good day, Matt.
Hey, you're wonderful in this. Second season's a beautiful expansion. It's like Deerfield unleashed. Everyone's coloring outside the lines of their potential. It's a really generous season. With that said, with potential, what was your favorite exploration of your character this season? What was the most fun to explore? Starting with Allie, I guess.
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I feel like Hana is exploring all parts of herself for the first time, but probably mostly is her finding friendship and community, especially with this one right here for the first time. It's so fun to see her awkwardly, go into this female friendship and not know how, but, figure it out along the way. I think that's been the most fun. It's funny, it's heartfelt. I mean, this season is just, amping up the stakes 10 times.
Yeah, I think like the friendship dynamics, because we see a lot of new relationships merging this season, new dynamics and things, and I think the girlfriend dynamic is so fun. Just the fun we get to have shooting those scenes is a lot of fun. It's definitely different from a lover's kind of relationship scene. But I feel like for me, the most exciting thing is always just to see Cass grow. You know what I mean? And to finally get to a decision where she feels like she's confident in her choice. And sometimes it takes her a long while to get there because she's easily influenced, I feel like, by others, but it's starting to click. And I think that's exciting for any human being to finally the light bulb goes off, right? So I think I'm excited for the rest of her journey, hopefully into another season.
Yeah, I hope so too. No, that's wonderful. I love the pairings this season. You two, Chris and Josh, hilarious together.
Yeah.
Who's the most interesting sort of counterpart for your character to interact with within the show? I guess Allie again.
Honestly, I would say, man, there's a few, and I feel like I should, not give too much away.
Yeah, I got you.
But I would say outwardly, I would say Cass.
I was going to say that was my answer is Hana.
And surprisingly so, because I think our characters, weirdly, they bring out their yin to each other's yang, and they have more similarities and differences, which on the surface you would think, they could be nothing. What could they possibly find in common? And I think through really cool nuances that they've written into the script, you see them recognize each other, things in each other that you may not have ever seen before. I see the vulnerability in her, that maybe her life is not so perfect. Maybe she's lonely too, just like me, even though it seems like she's got this perfect life with her husband and her kids and, everything kind of figured out for herself. So I think it is like understanding that it's not always what's on the surface for people. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be my same answer. I think Hana and Cass being such polar opposites, and like you're saying, like that vulnerability, but like on the surface, Hana's extremely strong and impenetrable, right? But then when you get to know her, you're like, oh my gosh, there's a backstory to why she behaves this way. And you see that vulnerability, and it's charming and it's endearing, and it's like, oh, I would love to, no hug, but sure, we'll get there one day, you know? So it's a beautiful thing to watch friendships grow and to see themselves in each other is really a lot of fun.